Welcome to the weekly weather discussion of India Meteorological Department. Today is 26 December. I am Soma Senroy and we will be discussing the weather of the last 1 week during 19th to 25th December as well as the upcoming 2 weeks up to 9th of January 2024. If we see the weather during the last 1 week, we had two sets of weather systems. There was a well-marked low pressure area over southwest Bay of Bengal which gradually moved northwards, intensified into a depression during one day, de-intensified into a low pressure area, and today it has become less marked. Though it did not reach the coast, it gave adequate rainfall activity. There was a wet spell over Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu with isolated heavy rainfall over Odisha, coastal Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu during this week. The other weather systems were three. In fact, there were western disturbances one after the other, and these weather systems gave wet spell over western Himalayan region, not much intense rainfall activity, but snowfall activity was seen mainly over the western Himalayan region and some rainfall activity over the adjoining plains. If we see the movement of this low pressure system and depression, as we say, this system, as you can see, it was mainly over the, like I said, over west central and southwest Bay of Bengal, but the outer bands reached up to the coast and it gave rainfall activity, light to moderate, and with isolated places heavy rainfall activity during this 1 week. This rainfall was significantly distressful mainly to our farming community. If we see the rainfall realized during the last 1 week, we see that if we take the statistics, mainly the East Peninsular Coast and Northwest India, due to the two sets of weather systems, they had large excess rainfall. Remaining parts of the country had deficient or no rainfall. If you see the seasonal rainfall during this season, we had few low pressure depression weather systems, because of which we had excess rainfall activity mainly over peninsular India. If you see the rainfall for the country as a whole, this is also showing that South Peninsular India generally had above normal activity, which is not so for the remaining parts of the country. And if you see the seasonal rainfall, plus 15% till date for South Peninsula, whereas minus 81% because very few western disturbances came during this season. If you see the other phenomena that happened during this week, there were dense to very dense fog conditions. We had mainly over North Rajasthan, Assam, Meghalaya 1 day each, and we had dense fog in Punjab 2 days, Himachal Pradesh 3 days, and Uttarakhand 1 day, and Haryana and Delhi on 1 day, that is 25th of December. We also had cold wave and severe cold wave conditions. You can see the central map, the red patch is over Himachal Pradesh and orange is over Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. These regions had 5 to 7 days of cold wave conditions during this week. Cold day we did not have much because, like fog, we had fewer cold day as well as fog conditions, so weather was mainly clear though cold. We had records of minimum temperature 1.8 degrees on 21st December over Adampur Indian Air Force Station, and maximum as expected is over South India, 35.2 degrees Celsius over 3 stations in Tamil Nadu, Madhya Maharashtra and Kerala. Today's weather systems, if we see, as I said, the low pressure has become less marked, but the western disturbance has become more active. It has approached the Indian region, and this western disturbance, the trough, is likely to interact with the easterly wave which is moving westward, and their interaction is going to produce not so much of rainfall but thunderstorm and associated hailstorm activity mainly over central, west central and northern parts of peninsular India. The orange color that you see for tomorrow is mainly on account of this hail conditions. Today yellow and orange alerts are over Rajasthan, it is for thunderstorms, but over the remaining parts of northwest India, it is mainly on account of cold wave conditions. Thereafter, on 28th, we are expecting that thunderstorm activity will reduce and only light thunderstorm activity is expected over entire northwest and central India as well as north peninsular India. Thereafter, as the western disturbance moves away, we expect cold wave conditions, and because of which you can see those yellow colored areas over northwest India. If you see the week 2, so to say, we are expecting more western disturbances. As you can see, western disturbances and easterly waves. So northwest India continue to get some rainfall activity, thunderstorm activity. Peninsular India also will get some rainfall and thunderstorm activity. If we see the temperature warnings, like I said, there will be a slight rise in minimum temperatures over northwest India. Subsequently, we are expecting throughout the country maybe 2 to 4 degree fall over northwest, central, west India. According to this, cold wave and severe cold wave conditions are likely to re-emerge over northwest India, especially western Himalayan region from 29th and 30th, and cold day conditions tomorrow and day after over Himachal Pradesh as well as over West Rajasthan. We are also expecting dense fog conditions because after this western disturbance passes away, we expect fog conditions also to re-emerge, mainly Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh as well as Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan. We expect this entire northwest India to get dense fog conditions. This is our temperature forecast. So in the week 2, that means up to 9th January, we are not expecting significant changes in minimum temperatures. Mainly the dense fog conditions can happen again over the Indo-Gangetic plains. We are expecting 4 kinds of weather, severe weather during this week. Associated with thunderstorms, there may be hailstorms. So especially the farming community and people who are working or traveling outside need to be aware and take adequate precautions as and when necessary. Hail nets are to be used by the farming community. We are expecting fog, dense fog in the night and early morning hours. So highway travel, please be careful, and aviation sector is likely to be affected as well as power sector. Cold wave, severe cold wave conditions, especially our vulnerable population, the aged population and children need to be especially cautious about exposure to cold conditions during this early morning hours. Some heavy rainfall is likely, but we are not expecting so much of rainfall. But hail nets are to be used mainly for tomorrow's hailstorm activity. Thank you. Please follow us on mausam.imd.gov.in as well as our web application Mausam and other apps such as Damini and Meghdut. Namaskar.